Hey y'all, it's Joe Barnum with Joe's Monogram Vacations. Happy Friday. I just want to take a minute. Last week when I hopped on here, we were talking about the hurricane and how when a hurricane hits, how I can help you with your vacation and what that looks like. But with it being a week later, um, first of all, I'm just so thankful that so much of Florida and the Carolinas and the coast was spared. Obviously, the news coming out of the northern Bahamas is just heartbreaking. That's not even the right word, really. I know a lot of us have dealt with a lot of hurricane trauma in our own lives. And so seeing people deal with it on that sort of scale with the sort of means that they have can be incredibly overwhelming. A lot of our travel companies that I personally work with have linked arms with these people and are already helping with the recovery efforts. So Disney has pledged not only money, but also manpower. Royal Caribbean, MSC Cruises, Carnival Cruise Line, Royal Caribbean, that's just the ones I can think of off the top of my head. They obviously do a lot of work in the Bahamas anyway, because a lot of those cruise lines that I just rattled off have their own private islands. And I will say that the damage to those was minimal. Those are further south than the areas that got the most damage. I was talking with some friends after the gym the other day about a cruise I went on, and I mentioned something about the Bahamas, and she said, well, it'll be a while before cruise lines go back there. That's actually not the case. Nassau is totally fine. The private islands, they're fine. That's not where the biggest devastation is, but those people really need our help. So just be praying for them. Hurricanes suck, don't they? But thankfully Dorian is finally, has there ever been a hurricane that just would not ever go away? I just felt like I was so sick of hearing the name Dorian over the past week, because it's just been picking on Florida and then going on up the coast and just would not move. And so finally, I think it's starting to spin itself out a little bit. I have two best friends who live in North Carolina. One's on the coast in Wilmington, one's further inland near Raleigh, and they both say they have a beautiful day. It's sunny, it's lovely outside, and school's closed because it was hurricane day. So I wanted to talk about something. One thing that I'm going to try to start doing on these lives is addressing questions that I receive from clients. And that way I can know that the material and the information I'm giving you is relevant, is useful, and is something that will actually help you on your vacation, is something you may not know. And I've gotten this question, I think 3 times in the past 3 days. So I thought, okay, well, here's going to be the first one I do. And that is, well, I've heard, is Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party worth it? What is Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party? And what do you recommend to do at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party? So I've been getting variations of this question, but I think the main point is, what is this event? Why do I want to go? And if I go, how do I get my money's worth? So let's just start with the basics. Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party is a separately ticketed event inside Magic Kingdom on select nights during the fall. It starts in late August and it goes through Halloween. Typically, not every week, but most weeks, it's on Sunday nights, Tuesday nights, and Friday nights. There are some exemptions to that rule, but most of the time it's those 3 nights. So what happens on those nights is the park closes at 6 p.m. for anyone who does not have a party ticket. The party officially begins at 7 p.m. and then it goes to midnight. However, if you have a party ticket, you can enter as early as 4 p.m. that afternoon. When you go, they'll check to make sure you have a party ticket, and then you get a wristband for that night's party, and it changes from night to night to make sure that people aren't reusing them. So you're walking in towards the end of the day, a lot of people are filtering out. Just a couple tips that actually don't have anything to do with the party itself. If you are traveling during this time and you do not want to go to the party for whatever reason, that day, a party day, is actually a great day to go to Magic Kingdom, because the crowds are a lot lower there, because people don't want to be done in the parks at 6 p.m. They're like, I'll go to a park that's open until 10 instead of Magic Kingdom that closes at 6. Well, if you have a park hopper ticket, go to Magic Kingdom. The crowds are lower, and then hop over to Epcot or Hollywood Studios and finish your day there. So that's just a little tip. Magic Kingdom is fantastic on party days. So it's a separately ticketed event. It's obviously themed towards Halloween. Disney has pretty strict costume rules most of the time, and that is for guests' safety. During the Halloween party, those rules are relaxed somewhat, and so you can dress up. Now, there are still guidelines. You're not supposed to wear masks. When I was there last month, I saw tons of people in masks, though. But the rules are no masks, no weapons, and there's a long, extensive list of Disney's terms and conditions for costumes. They're a little bit different for children. They're more lenient with children's costumes than adults, and it's all about just keeping everyone safe. And you can trick or treat around the parks. So whether you're dressed up or not, whether you're a child or not, when you go in and you get your wristband, you are also given this little plastic bag. Not a grocery bag, but it's like a sack. I know some people who are not content with filling up that sack, and a friend of mine, Raquel, that I was there with last year, she actually brought a backpack. And so when she would fill up her bag, she would dump it in her backpack and start over because she was there for the candy. And let me tell you, Disney, Mars Wrigley is who sponsors this. So the candy is good. It's really good. Lots of peanut M&Ms, which is my favorite. So the food is really good. If you have an allergy of any kind, you can get a secondary wristband that shows them you have an allergy, and you can get different treats. And from what I've heard, that's not my case, but what I've heard is that they're really good. And there are special places you can go to get allergy-free treats. So there are trick-or-treating locations all over the park. You see these big blow-up things, and they say snack spot, and you can go trick-or-treat there. There's cast members just putting candy in your bag. It's fantastic. So when I go without my children, that's their present. That's their souvenir that I get them, because I try to get them something every time I travel without them. And that's like, look, kids, I brought you back a bunch of candy that I didn't have to buy, that I was given by cast members. So that's really fun. Trick-or-treating, dressing up. As soon as the party starts, they start playing Halloween music in the parks instead of your traditional park music, so it just kind of sets the mood. And so it's just really exciting atmosphere. As the name suggests, not so scary. It is not so scary. If you want to get scared, we can send you to Universal. That they have something similar. It's called Halloween Horror Nights. I will be completely honest with you. I have never attended Halloween Horror Nights, even though I love Universal. I sell and book these, and I never, ever will. Okay? I do not do scary. It freaks me out. When I get scared, my first reaction is to get angry. I get really mad. Like if somebody jumps out at me, or if I get scared, I get really angry. I hate scary movies. In high school, my friend Heather used to bribe me to go see scary movies with her. She's like, I'll just buy your movie ticket. Come with me. And I'm like, okay, fine. And then I would just get so angry at her sitting in that movie theater. I still joke with her about that. I just don't do scary. But if you do like scary, this is more of a celebration, not a haunted house. No one's going to be yelling, jumping out, wearing bloody, scary stuff. That's over at Universal. That's a totally separate thing. And we can send you over there, no problem. But I won't be going with you. They have a special fireworks show. And that is not new. There's always been special fireworks at the parties, but this year is a new fireworks show, and it's really awesome. There are projections on the castle that are Halloween. There's Halloween music playing. It's a really fantastic and fun fireworks show that's different from Happily Ever After that performs on non-party nights. They also have a parade called the Boo to You Parade, and I think I've mentioned this before. My favorite Disney parade is Paint the Night. That's fantastic. It's never been at Disney World. When I saw it was at Disneyland. I think it's at Tokyo right now, but it is my favorite Disney parade. It's fantastic. The Boo to You parade is my second favorite. It is so much fun. The music is fun. That song will stick in your head for days. It's so catchy. It's so cool. They have characters in their costumes. There's a lot of Haunted Mansion stuff, a lot of pirates, a lot of villains. It is a super, super fun parade. If you're interested, pull it up on YouTube and watch it. They've made some additions to the parade this year, so it's even longer than before, and it's really fantastic. I love that parade, and it performs twice during the party. So once like an hour before fireworks and then after fireworks. My tip is to go see the fireworks. It's going to be crowded. Then a lot of people are going to leave. Go see the second performance of the parade and go watch it in Frontierland for the smallest crowds. It's really fun. Again, Boutique Parade, these fireworks can only be seen during the Halloween party. You will not see it if you go on a Wednesday night to Magic Kingdom. You'll just see their regular fireworks show, and there won't be a nighttime parade. There's also a lot of special stage shows. So for those 90s kiddos that love Hocus Pocus, there's a really fun Hocus Pocus stage show in front of the castle. There's sing-alongs, dance parties with Disney Junior characters, Monsters, Inc. characters. There's just fun entertainment everywhere. One thing that I really love is the Dapper Dans in Magic Kingdom. So they're the barbershop quartet that walk around Main Street during the day, and they all have on their different colored striped shirts, and they sing, and they're just so charming and fun. Well, during the Halloween party, they're called the Cadaver Dans. They look like dead people. Not scary, but like ghost makeup and stuff, and they sing Halloween songs, and they're so fun. That's one of my favorite entertainment offerings at the Halloween party. So that's something to check out. There's also lots of characters to see during the party that you either can't see otherwise, or you can't see together otherwise, or you can't see in their costume otherwise. So for instance, Moana, you can only meet her at the parties right now. She is at the parties in Adventureland. Otherwise, you cannot meet her at Disney World. Jack Skellington, for those of you who are big Nightmare Before Christmas fans, he is at the parties. He is not otherwise available to meet at the parks. There's also some villains out. So I saw Cruella when I was there. Lotso is always in Tomorrowland. Let's see, there were a few more. Now I'm blanking. You can also meet all 7 dwarfs together, which is really fun. That's a really popular one. I did that last year, and the line is pretty long, but it was really cool to see all 7 of them together, dressed up. A lot of characters you meet in their costumes. So like the whole Pooh gang, so Pooh and Piglet and Tigger and Eeyore are all in their Halloween costumes. You meet them together. They're adorable. Minnie and Mickey. I mean, all these characters are in their Halloween costumes. So you can take a picture together in your costumes. That's a really big draw at the parties because that's something you can only do there. So if that's important to you, I always say, yeah, trick-or-treating, the special entertainment, the special characters that you can't do at other times, and then finally, the special ride experiences. This is something that's fairly new. They just started this last year, but there are a few rides in the park that they do something special for during the parties. That includes Space Mountain, the Mad Tea Party, and Pirates of the Caribbean. Out of those 3, Pirates of the Caribbean overlay is my favorite. It is so much fun. They are actually pirates in the line along the ride, yelling at you, you're yelling back, talking to you, trying to help find treasure. It is so fun. They have amazing cast members doing these parts. It is so much fun. I love that. And then Space Mountain, it plays like kind of scary music, and the lights are off, and it's really scary. I've done it twice, maybe 3 times, and I'm like, it's so much scary. For those of you who know Space Mountain, it's dark in there. That's not new. So I'm thinking they turn the lights off. Well, the lights are always off, but not really. You get in there and you realize the lights are off, but there's always like stars or a laser, or there is lighting. It's mood lighting. The lights aren't on, but you can see things. During the Halloween party, you can't see things. It is pitch black dark. It is terrifying, but it's also very fun. And then the Mad Tea Party, they play really fun music, and they have fun lights go on. It's like a party. Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor also changes their show, and it's Halloween themed, and it's also a trick-or-treat trail. So the line becomes a trick-or-treat trail. You get tons of candy while you're in line, and then when you go into the theater, the the characters on stage on the screen are talking about costumes and Halloween, because the idea is the inhabitants of Monstropolis don't know about Halloween, and so they want to learn why humans like this holiday. And so it's really cute, really cute. I like Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor way better during the Halloween party than I do, right? I usually skip that ride, but it's cute during the Halloween party. So those are my priorities, because those are things that are different than a regular park day. The entertainment, fireworks, parades, stage shows, the characters, and then the attractions. But that's not, but there's more. There's more stuff that you can enjoy. So even the other attractions that don't have a special overlay for the Halloween party, there's no fast passes during the party. So you can just walk onto rides, and the wait times are really short. So it's a great time to ride all the mountains. It's a great time to do Peter Pan, because the standby lines are not long at all. It's really great. And then let's see, they have special snacks and merchandise. Now, the snacks that I'm talking about are not the candy that they'll give away, but the actual snacks you can purchase. They have special themed snacks that are available only during the party. So a lot of times they will be Haunted Mansion themed, or Nightmare Before Christmas themed, or Villains themed. For the past 2 years, I've gotten this really delicious lime ice cream cone that's supposed to be like the Maleficent ice cream cone, and it is so good. There's also a really good, I think I got this last year, a cupcake that's meant to look like Snow White's poison apple. Delicious. So that's just something fun. And then there's also special merchandise you can buy only during the parties. Do I think it's worth it? It depends. If you haven't been able to tell, I've done the Halloween party. I was actually thinking in the past 6 years, I've only missed 1 year's Halloween party. I love it. I really do. I like Christmas, the holiday, way more than Halloween. But as far as the parties go, I like Disney's Halloween party better than I like their Christmas party. It is so much fun. It is so cute. It's just a great entertainment to see all the costumes, to see the decorations, the songs. It's really fun, and I do recommend it. Now, it does go till 12 a.m. So if you have kids who can't rally during vacations and you want to stay on a schedule, bless your heart, then this is probably not going to be a great option for you. Because if your kids are going to start falling apart at 9 o'clock, then you've paid for 2 hours of this party and you're going to leave with 3 hours to go. That just isn't worth it. We did it when my kids were really young, but my kids were usually able to just push through. So I remember the first time we took my oldest to a party, it was actually the Christmas party, but it's the same hours. He was 2. He was about to turn 3, and he was still like ready to go at midnight. He was so excited. My younger one, I remember the first party he went to was a Halloween party, and he was a baby, and he slept in the stroller, or whined in the stroller, and we stayed till midnight. But if you don't think you could stay till midnight, wait till your kids are older so that you can really enjoy it, because you do have to have a separate ticket for this event. If you have a regular park ticket, it's not going to get you into this event. So you want to make sure you're going to spend the money and really enjoy what you're doing. But if your kids can stay up till midnight, absolutely. It's not a requirement. If you're going in September or October and you don't want to, then don't. But if it sounds like fun, it's just a little extra magic. It's, not necessary to your vacation. It's not necessary to have a magical time by any means, but it's just a little extra magic for your vacation. I can say, looking back, so many of our family's favorite Disney World memories have been made at their special events. The Halloween party, the Christmas party, after hours parties that they do, different dessert parties, just because it's something different, something new and exciting and fun. So I do feel like it's worth it. If you're interested, let me know. We will look at some options for you. Yeah, I love the Halloween party. So that's kind of just an overview of it. Let me know if you have any questions, if you've ever been, what you liked, what you didn't like, if anything is confusing, just let me know. Y'all have a great weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.